Hey guys, what's up? How's everybody doing? Let me know you can hear me. What's how's everyone's Sunday going? There's a lot of people here already. I do I think I'm gonna need a mod to volunteer for the stream. Would anyone volunteer to, because I need to add some more mods and I need to find some more people, but if anybody would be interested in volunteering for this stream, I got Alabama Y'all here. She's one of my mods. And I just would like one more just in case anything goes, just in case the stream gets really, really big like it did the other time. How's it going, everyone? Royal Wednesday, Moni, Julie, Sarah, Jack. How's everyone doing? There's a lot of people here, so I can't say hi to all of you, but I appreciate you all being here. But if anybody wants to volunteer to Dark Magicians here. Okay, so I got 2 mods. If the stream gets any bigger, I will add somebody else. That's good. I got 2 mods here. Okay. All right. Just wanted to make sure I had at least 2. So, hey, Phoenix, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. How's everyone doing? Good. I got about an hour to do this. So I don't know if we'll get through all of Trisha's tweets or not, but we'll see how far we get. All right. One thing I want to say before we get started, this screenshot that's up on the screen is a little blurry, but it's from Trisha's book. I just wanted to put this on here so you guys know I'm not like bullshitting you when I read this quote. But one thing I want to say, because I've seen it everywhere, I posted on my community tab, I've posted it on my Twitter. The thing about this situation, I get everybody's experiences are different. I get some fucked up shit happens in small towns. I understand all of that. I understand just because this teacher was a good person, it doesn't mean that he couldn't have done something. I get that. It's not just that, which is why I put so much stuff in that video, because I did the crime rate, I did the background on the teacher, I put the contradictions of the story because there's so many contradictions. She has lied about never being, like she said, she was never bullied, and she tried to spin it into the teachers were sexualizing her in school. There's so many angles to this story, and which is why I said, like, look at the situation as a whole, watch the full YouTube videos, because there's so many people that are just focusing in on one specific thing, and this is so much more than just one specific thing. Everything doesn't add up with each other. It just doesn't, which is why I covered so many angles of this, because I wanted to make sure that I showed everything, because the situation is just, it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up at all. So if you're watching the videos, please watch episode 1 first, and then watch part 2 to episode 1. Watch it in full. I know they're long videos. I get that they're long videos, but it's so important to look at every single piece of evidence, because if there was pieces that I couldn't grab from this, I probably would have never went public with it. But it's like every single angle of this story, there's something that's just not right at all. So that's all I ask, is just to please look at the situation as a whole. Please look at the situation as a whole, and don't focus in on that one thing, like, oh, just because he's a war vet doesn't mean that he couldn't have done something. Yeah, that's true. Good people do stuff all the time, but there was never an arrest. She specifically has said multiple times to look up an arrest. That does not exist. Yes, he was a good person, but all these stories contradict each other. And I have another one that contradicts what she's been saying this whole time. And this is pretty big to me, this piece of evidence that I just found. So I wanted to show this to you guys. We're going to try to go through her tweets, and there's something else I want to go through if I can get through it. If I can't, then I'll just have to do it some other time. But like I said, I have about an hour to get through this, and we'll just see what happens. So the reason I got this pulled up, and if you have her book, it's on page 8. And if you look at the second paragraph here, it says, and I want you to remember this specific piece of information, okay? 8th grade was upon me. 8th grade was upon me, okay? This is 8th grade. This was the year of sex bomb Trish. I wore heavy eyeliner, cheetah print pants, different colored hair, and my mom's water bras. I wanted attention and I was going to get it. So she started wearing these water bras in 8th grade, okay? And the video I'm going to play you guys, she's talking about an 8th grade teacher. Now, I want to stress to you guys, I have all 3 of Trisha's middle school yearbooks from the person that sent them to me. The teacher that I mentioned in episode 2 or part 2 or whatever you want to call it, he did not teach at that middle school her 8th grade year. He was a teacher her 6th grade year, and he was a teacher her 7th grade year. And I could post it if people start not believing me on that piece of information. I can post the names that were in there. I just don't want to put any more names out publicly. Like, I think these schools have been through enough, but I just want to stress this guy was not at Byron Middle School her 8th grade year. He moved schools during that time. He taught at the high school for like a lot. Like, I think he taught at the high school, Byron High School, since the 80s. And then sometime in the 2000s, he taught at the middle school for a couple years before moving, I think, to schools in Rockford area. So I just want to stress to you guys, he was not a teacher her 8th grade year. It was 6th, 7th grade. That was it. Okay. And it's not just this quote from this book. It's what I'm getting ready to show you too. Let me go through these super chats really quick. You guys really can just save your money. You don't have to pay any super chats. I know you guys are being awesome. You seriously don't have to do it. Robert, $4.99, been binging your videos today. Amazing work. Thank you. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. And your super chat is super generous. Thank you so much. And then there was another one. Let me hit on it real quick here. Care. Thank you. Thanks for all your hard work. Your dedication is astounding. And I'm so glad someone is calling Trisha out and making her accountable. Thank you so much for your super chat. I really appreciate that, Care. Really appreciate that. And, one thing I do want to say, like, Trisha is getting a lot of backlash right now. Like, I know you guys are mad. I really know you guys are mad, but please just try to be kind. We don't want to spew pure hate at someone. We never want to do that. Okay. Like, I'm so against all of that. I get that everybody's very mad about the situation. I'm very mad about the situation myself. But Trisha, at the end of the day, is still a human being. So I just want to kind of put that disclaimer on there. Please do not send any hate to her. Like, please just don't. Phoebes, thank you so much for your super chat, your $7. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And you guys do not have to do this at all. At all. Okay, let's get into this podcast. Now, I want to I want to stress to you guys, these podcast episodes have vanished off of Spotify and Apple Podcast. They have vanished. And it's only been in the last couple of days. Somebody left a comment on my part 2 video, and they said to find this podcast. And I tried to look it up on Spotify and Apple, and the whole podcast has disappeared. It's gone. It's completely gone. So, which is weird because they were up a couple days ago. Now, in this podcast episode, Trisha and her sister talks about a teacher with Trisha's water bra. And she talks about the other teacher that she thinks got arrested for CP as well. And again, it's another contradiction in the story. Madison, thank you so much. Thank you for gathering all this information. You deserve a medal. I appreciate that. Thank you. Very sweet of you. And I think there was one more. Let me see if I can find it really fast. I think there was another one. Phoebes, Madison. There wasn't. Oh, there it is. Sarah. Not sure if you're aware, but Trisha is currently posting a breakdown videos on Twitter right now. Can you... What? What do you mean she's breaking down? Hang on. Let me look. Like, is she crying? Hold on. I'm looking. She's tweeting a lot. Oh, wait. There are videos. Oh, wait. Is there stuff going on in the Reddit? Hold on, you guys. Sorry. Don't go after Trisha's sponsors. You know, at the end of the day, if something's going to happen, the sponsors are going to do it on their own. Do not go after her sponsors. Like, we don't want to, it can create so many problems for other creators in the future. I get you don't want her to be sponsored by these companies, and I get that it's, you know, I get you guys don't think people should be supporting her or giving her, you know, any money just by sponsoring their products. I understand that. Let's not go to like her level with all of this, okay? If the truth is coming out, and things are going to happen regardless if you guys are tweeting things or not. You know, these companies are going to see all of this. This is getting pretty big right now, and we don't need to do it. You know what I mean? Just don't set that example. Please, please, please do not go after her sponsors. Okay? So let's watch this podcast. I'll get on Trisha's Twitter after we're done with this, okay? So let's play it.
And
if you can't hear the sound, let me know.
You know what my secret was? Is I had mom's water bra.
Oh, yes.
You remember that? My mom had a bra that had water.
I do want to say one other thing before I start this. I did cut this up a little bit, and I linked the podcast in the description box down below, just so you guys know I'm not like bullshitting you with anything on the parts that I cut. But there was like a lot of like them chatting that wasn't really relevant to the situation. So if you want to watch the full podcast episode, it is linked in the description box down below. Okay. So let's listen to it.
But you know what my secret was? Is I had mom's water bra.
Oh, yes.
You remember that? My mom had a bra that had water in that. We were like,
where
fight
do you
over
find
it.
those?
We don't make those.
Because we had no, well, you
lopsided. Mine were like saggy.
I had no boobies.
But then you could tell it was fake because like obviously you couldn't see the real boobs. Like it was just all bra. So it just looked like bra.
No, I think yours was like
a little
divot and then flush, you know?
Yeah, my natural boobs were bad.
Mine was like gap.
I remember wearing the water bra in 9th grade, and I will not say this teacher's name.
All right, did you just hear what she said? I remember wearing the water bra in 8th grade. That is a very, very important piece of information. You guys keep saying Trisha's breaking down on Twitter. Hang on a second. Hold on. I'm just trying to look at what you guys are talking about. I don't see any videos. Is she like on a live or what? Oh, I see it. Hang on a second, you guys. I'm listening to this, you guys. I'm here. I can't air her breakdown on the stream. I can't air somebody's breakdown on a stream. The thing about it is, you guys, like, I don't want to destroy Trisha. I don't want to destroy her. And I see somebody did a super chat saying, are you happy about destroying Trisha? Hang on a second. I didn't even know she was breaking down on Twitter when I started this stream. You feel good about destroying someone. How will you feel if she harms herself? A little too late for your empty disclaimers. The thing about it is, you guys, like, this stuff happens to so many people on YouTube, and I feel like I'm doing the right thing by trying to make this go public, because a family was destroyed. A family that lost their father, their husband, was destroyed by these allegations that don't make any sense. Did she give them a second thought? Did she give them a second thought? Because she didn't. She didn't. She aired it publicly to millions of people. and blasted a name when she should have never have done that. Never have done that. And I feel in my gut that I'm right in this situation. I feel I may not be right in every single situation that I've talked about with Trisha in my videos, but I feel in my gut I am right about the situation. There has been so many creators that have gone through stuff like this and nobody gives them a second thought, like with their, and I don't want anything to happen to Trisha. I really don't. I still care. I do care about her at the end of the day. She is a human being. I do have empathy for people. I'm not one of these YouTubers that can just like not have any empathy for the people that's being like, destroyed. I don't want to destroy her. I just want this to be made right. I won't continue with the series. If she just does the right thing about this situation, I will stop it all. Because this needs to be cleared up. This is one of the worst things I've ever seen anybody do. It's so disgusting on so many levels. So at the end of the day, I think this is the worst thing that she has ever done. The worst thing she's ever done. I got upset over this family on the other night in a live stream. Like, I don't understand how she can't have any empathy for the people that she has destroyed. You know what I mean? I mean, there's just been so much that she has done to other people, and she don't give their mental health a second thought at all. She hasn't. I don't want her to cry, but I also want her to make this right. I don't want to destroy Trisha Paytas. I really don't. But the reason I did this series was to hopefully right a wrong that's been done. And I just want to right this wrong because it's disgusting. These are serious allegations against somebody that can't defend themselves. I don't think I don't think some people don't understand the gravity of this situation and what she has done to these schools and these teachers. You're accusing people of being a pedophile when nothing makes sense about the situation. None of it makes any sense. I seen somebody like calculating the tally on how many essay experiences that she has claimed. There's like over 11 claims. There's stuff that I missed. There was one with a bus driver. And I know she said stuff about like Hollywood Boulevard twice, the whole like kidnapping in Mexico. There's so much stuff. And I don't see how it's possible for this much stuff to happen to one person. And like I said, maybe, just maybe, one of the stories are true, but it's hard to believe them all when they all contradict each other. So I don't know what she said on, like, I'm not going to air her breakdown. I just want to play this and then we'll get to her Twitter and read the tweets. It sounds like she's upset about H3 and their fans. I don't know why she just doesn't address the situation. I don't think she's ever. She said she talked to their family in a video. No, the family hasn't contacted me. Trisha said she could talk to the family. Sorry, I'm just waiting for the comments to roll in. Thank you, everyone, for the super chats that are coming through. You guys don't have to do that. No, in a text message to Ethan. Is it on her Twitter? All right, let's just hold on this for a second. It was in a text message she posted from Ethan. She said she spoke with the family. Look at her screenshot she posted on. All right, let me switch screens. I don't think there's any way that the family talked to her. Hang on. I'm not playing the video, though. That's another video. Let me find the screenshots. I didn't know all this stuff was going down at all. Is it these? Hang on. I'm trying to figure out what all this stuff is. I have not seen any of this, you guys. I'm sorry for the pauses. I haven't seen any of this. Hang on. Okay, this is stuff about the sponsors. And I said, do not contact her sponsors. Like, don't contact her sponsors, please. So what are these? I am begging and pleasuring for the last time to never mention in passing again. Moses is now being falsely accused of R word. I was M-worded as a child and the family had no idea. And now they are getting harassed because you guys are allowing the subreddit to post his name. How did the family have no idea? Like, that's what I don't understand. How did the family have no idea of this? Like, all the stories that have been told with this story, it seems like this teacher was really reckless. Like, one story, she said that he admitted it to the principal. Another story, she said that multiple kids reported it. There is no way that there wasn't like one rumor about this teacher doing this, because she seems like it was done. It seems like it was done in class and everybody's seen it. So I don't understand how this family never heard of this at the time of it happening. I don't get that. I'm happy the frenemies was taken down. I was told inaccurate information as I often misspoke on situations that I just believed without researching. I had reported this as a teenager. There are reports of it. Every single time you guys make jabs at me, the hate riles up. They have doxed Moses' ex-wives. They are tweeting to some dance company that he is an R word. All of it stemming from the H3 Reddit and your continued mocking of me. I have ceased talking about you. I will never got the rest of my life. Is that supposed to be for the rest of my life? I will never for the rest of my life mention your name and will ignore every question. This is too much. I don't see how that's true. I just don't. This girl, she seems more concerned about the allegations against Moses than what she put online. This girl has a lawyer to sue Moses of R-wording her. Even having to go to court will jeopardize his status in this country. Do you not see what's happening? I know you check the subreddit. I know you have control over these things. When you don't talk about me, this stuff dies down. I am pleading with everything I have. What do you want to stop this? I will pay you every cent I have ever earned from frenemies back to end this. I will put out whatever statement you want me to make. I just need this to stop. It's just not funny at all. It's very serious. And then Ethan replied with, you need to make a statement about the teacher. And then Trisha said, you don't get to tell me what I need to talk about. I've talked with his family. They were aware of the report I made as a child. They want it to go away. You don't. Then why did you broadcast it? If they want it to go away, why would you broadcast it to millions of people if that's a true statement? That's what I don't get, you guys. None of this makes any sense. If she talked with the family and thought he was arrested, that doesn't make any sense. Because now she's saying the family wasn't aware of all this stuff unless she's talked to them in the last 48 hours. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. You don't get to tell me how I handle my essay. And then Ethan said, this is FYI, not a private chat, so don't assume you have rights of privacy, and I will share these screenshots if necessary. And then she said, wow, I am pleading with you for just stop, please. Look, I see Trisha's fans in the chat. They're pissed off at me. I get it. You're pissed off. I get it. You're mad because I'm trying to show the truth here. But at the end of the day, it's like there's a small fraction, a very small fraction that I could be wrong on all of this. And there's just an overwhelming amount of evidence that contradicts all the claims that, Trisha has made. There is a lot of evidence, including this new podcast that has come up. There is no way that nobody knew about this in the town of Byron. There's no way. If it was reported and there's reports of it in the school would be in serious shit. And they did nothing about it. The school did nothing about it. And there's a report in the school from what she claims. It doesn't make sense at all. It makes zero sense. Everything she's saying makes zero sense. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I don't believe that this man could not have one negative comment about him online, because people would have heard about this. This would have been, you got to understand, when stuff like this happens in schools, there's rumors everywhere. There is rumors everywhere, and they follow these people for the rest of their lives. If something happens, multiple students witnessed it and everything else, people would have known about this, and it would have followed this teacher to the other schools that he taught at. It would have. It's a small town. It's a very, very, very small town. So what she's saying right now, it doesn't make any sense, because the family would have heard about it. They would have known about it along with multiple students in the school, which is one reason why I really want to talk to somebody at Byron, because it would help with this whole situation. I don't believe what she said to Ethan. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I'm sorry. And you know what? If I'm wrong about this one specific teacher, why are there so many contradicting stories of all of these other assaults? There's so many stories of assaults. There's no way it's all true. There's no way. And then if you add in what I think is her real trauma, like I said, there's like a tally on Reddit somewhere. There's like 11 plus accusations at people. And if you add in the real trauma of her mom's boyfriend and ex-husband, there's 2 more. That's like 13 plus. None of it adds up, you guys. None of it adds up. None of it. So if I'm wrong about this one accusation, I don't see how she's lying somewhere. Bottom line, she's lying about SA. There's just no way she went through all this. Why is she trying to hide my videos? Why did she claim the videos where she said this stuff? There's so much about this that doesn't add up. And I get people handle trauma differently. I really understand that, which is why it's so important to look at the situation as a whole. Because if you look at Trisha, when she actually talks about what I think is real with the trauma, like in that high school video that I played at episode 1, it was hard for her to talk about it, and she didn't go into details. But then these teachers, she can, talk about them so freely when she's trying to drive a point home, when she's talking about David Dobrik, or when she's talking about Shane Dawson, or when she's talking to Ethan about like the whole nanny situation. She drops these little stories in there to drive her point home. That's what she does. And it's like, it just rolls off her tongue like it's nothing. It just does. And it doesn't make any sense when you compare it to what I think is real. I think Trisha has trauma. I'm never going to deny that. I think she has trauma, and it was happening in her own home. That's what I think is the real trauma. And her mom did not give a shit. That's what I think. And let's not forget, like, Robin Williams. Like, what did she do after Robin Williams passed away? She uploaded a YouTube video being so vague about stuff, leaving people just to make up their own minds on stuff. You know what I mean, you guys? Like, she was so vague in that video, and it was right after he passed away. And then she name drops him on Frenemies and opens that wound again, like how many years after she posted the original video? It's just not right, man. There's so much that she has done online that's just not right, especially with SA. And all of these super chats, you guys, like, seriously, don't do that. Save your money, please, please, please. I'm gonna try to go through some of these. There's a lot of them that are disappearing. I was just like on a rant. Repsian, I want to say thank you for your most recent video on Trisha. It was excellent. I watched it and I didn't even know she has accused this many people. Working on Trisha Files video right now. You have a channel, don't you? I've seen your name somewhere. Thank you so much for your super chat. And thank you. I really appreciate the support. I really appreciate the support, like in the YouTube community. Like Dustin Daly uploaded a video. I really, really appreciate him back. He shouting out the video, putting our differences aside. Like, I really, really appreciate the YouTube community, like the support from the YouTube community a great deal. Every creator that has offered support, I really appreciate you guys a great deal. Thank you so much for your super chat. You need 2 or 3 more mods. Okay. Hang on. 60 girl, can you be a mod? Hang on a second. There's so much going on. I did not think the stream would get this big. I was going to be on here for an hour, show what I had, and there's so much going on. Hang on, sorry. 60 girl, let me know if you can be a mod. I'm just trying to find people that I know. Hang on. Yes, okay. Add moderator. All right. Let me find some more here. Thank you. Hang on a second. Let me find somebody else. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find names that I know. Sorry. There's so many people in the chat. There's like 3,000 people watching me right now. All right. Let's see here. Let's see here. All right, Kristen, I'll make you a mod. All right, and dun. See if that's enough, you guys. Rochelle, do you want to be a mod? All right. This is just temporary. I'm just like putting mods out because I don't have hardly any mods here. There's so many super chats coming through. There's no way I'm going to get through all these super chats. Thank you that's way too much. Sabrina, thank you so much. That's really generous. Thank you so much. Her tears are because she is cornered. You are right here. Please do not doubt yourself what you're doing right now. Thank you. I appreciate that a great deal. Yeah, it's just, you guys, so much about the situation just doesn't add up at all. Like, I don't like seeing Trisha crying. I don't like seeing anybody crying. I don't like seeing anybody in pain. I really, really don't. But I feel in my gut that I'm not wrong on this teacher. I really do. And I don't think she's talked to his family. I just don't. I don't believe that at all. I know with the mods. If there's problem with the mods, if there's any problems, just let me know. So yeah, I'm just trying to help the other mods that are here. It's Papa Gut here. I don't see him, but hey, Papa Gut, if you're here. Okay. Let's listen to this podcast, okay? Let's listen to the podcast because
it's weird.
Yeah.
But
this is really big to me, okay? This is a huge contradiction in the story, and I think it needs to be heard. This starts at about 16 minutes in the podcast. I'm going to start it over, okay? And I don't think we'll get through Trisha's tweets. But one thing I want to, I don't think Trisha's going to tell the truth in this situation. I really don't. Because, the thing about it is, at the end of the day, if she admits guilt on this, I think if she openly admits that, she either lied about it or got the teacher's name wrong, that kind of opens her up to being like sued and then winning, because then she would have a strong case. Then they would have a strong case because she admitted fault. I just don't think she's going to tell the truth at the end of the day. I hope at least if anything, she just kind of said she got the wrong teacher so that it'll be cleared. But I don't know what she's going to do. I don't think she's going to tell the truth at all in the situation, which is why I'm trying to show you guys as much evidence as possible, because this doesn't add up at all. None of it adds up. So, yeah. So let's listen. Again, remember, she specifically said in her book, the water bra was in 8th grade. Okay. Mr. The teacher that we're talking about did not teach at her school in 8th grade. That is a huge piece of information. He did not teach at her school in 8th grade.
But you know what my secret was? Is I had mom's water bra.
Oh, yes.
You remember that? My mom had a bra that had water in that. We were like,
where
fight
do you
over
find
it.
those at?
They don't make those.
Because we had no. Well, you had
lopsided. Mine were like saggy.
I had no boobies.
But then you could tell it was fake because like obviously you couldn't see the real boobs. Like it was just all bra. So it just looked like bra.
No, I think yours was like
a little
divot and then flush. You know,
yeah, my natural boobs are
mine
bad.
was like gap.
I remember wearing the water bra in 8th grade, and I will not say this teacher's name because it's weird.
Okay, she specifically just said right here. What, Petty Paige is mad at me? She was supportive of my first video. I mean, I get she wants to believe the victim in the situation. If she watched the full video, I mean, the thing about it, I've heard she said that just because he was a good guy, it doesn't mean he didn't do something. Clearly, people aren't looking at the situation as a whole. And I mean, that's her opinion at the end of the day. She was very supportive of the first video, but I mean, everybody has different opinions on the situation. I knew this was going to be very controversial when I uploaded that video. I knew it. I knew it would be. But anyways, back to this. Specifically said that this was 8th grade, okay? Which lines up with the book, okay?
Oh, yeah.
But I remember like him just like always hating me. Like he only like popular kids or whatever.
Didn't he, like read your shirt.
Yeah. Okay, that was a different story. But he read my shirt one time. He's like, "Oh, like what's your shirt say? Like, can you come closer?" Like it was, and I felt weird about it at the time.
Good.
But no, I remember it was like everyone was on a field trip to fucking Springfield or something.
Okay, so what she just said right here, if you guys didn't catch it, because she talks so fast in this podcast, is that it was an 8th grade teacher. It was when she was wearing water bras. Again, the teacher in question was not her teacher in 8th grade. He did not teach at that school, period. And then she said that this teacher just read her shirt. So I guess she had a shirt on that said something. And he said, "What does your shirt say?" And she's saying that she felt weird about it. But keep listening, because she goes on to say other things, but it doesn't sound like anything happened between her and the teacher besides giving her bad vibes.
Shit, and I
no
like
one
I
went to that.
stayed
Did
back.
Nick go to that?
Nick did, yeah. You didn't go?
Hell yeah, I didn't
Did you go to school though, or did you stay home?
I stayed home.
Oh, I still like went to school. I was like one of like 3 kids, and I was like, oh, I'll still go to school, whatever. And so I went to school, and he was one of the people that were like watching us or whatever. And I remember I had the water bra, and he's like, "Trisha," he's like, "can you just stand up to talk to the class?" And you never stood up to like talk and like to
To the
answer
2 people in the classroom. Oh my gosh, how traumatic for you.
He's just like, he goes, and I
Give a
remember
little shit.
So now she said he read her shirt. She's laughing uncontrollably. This is obviously the teacher with the water bra or whatever she twisted in her brain about this story. So she said he read her shirt. It gave her a weird vibe when he asked her what her shirt said. And then she said that he made her stand up and talk to the class, which also gave her a weird vibe. I don't know why it's giving her a weird vibe, but again, she's not saying he did anything to her.
Jimmy, what did he do?
Oh, and worse. I just remember him being like, like breathing so heavy. And I was like so confused. Because I was not,
I wonder if
having
he's
sex.
on your OnlyFans.
And then she's saying he breathes heavy.
I hated this teacher. I did not think he was cute.
You'll have to tell me after.
No, he was
I forgot which
you
one
don't
this
know?
was. Oh.
I feel like, yeah. He wasn't like a perverted. Well, maybe obviously he was, but he wasn't like. There was a teacher in 6th grade that got in trouble for like child porn on his computer, but that wasn't the same one. Yeah. Do you remember his name?
Did you hear what she just said? There was a teacher in 6th grade that got in trouble for CP on his computer. Wasn't the same person. Again. Yeah. Guys, Trish, baby. Where's she at? I seen that. I'm gonna dox you. How you gonna dox me? Why you guys? Why do people have to go to such extreme? I just blocked you. You're not gonna say you're gonna dox me. Period. I don't know where I was at. But she literally just said, she described a teacher when she was wearing water bras, asked what the writing on her shirt said, and told her to stand up in the middle of class to address the class about something, and just said he breathed heavy. And then she just said a separate teacher in 6th grade got arrested for CP on his computer, and it wasn't the same teacher. Again, the stories don't line up with each other, you guys. This is huge to me because she's admitting to wearing the water bra in 8th grade, and this teacher was not a teacher in 8th grade. She said that the CP teacher was a separate teacher from whatever this other teacher was doing with the water bra. And then I lost my train of thought because there's so many Trisha trolls like saying that they're gonna do stuff to me. I'm going to put slow mode at 200 seconds because there's so many people in the chat. Okay. But yeah, so again, the story doesn't line up with what she has said in the present time. And do you hear like how much they are laughing and joking about it? Do you guys hear how funny it is to them? This story doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense at all. None of it does. Why? What's happening on the Twitter now? Hang on. I want to play the rest of this part.
I guess I could say, I don't know. He did get like arrested for it, but he was in 6th grade. He was so creepy, but he like liked me in 6th grade, which makes sense because he's a fucking creep. But he like child porn. There was another teacher in Byron too. Byron was so scandalous. These were all Byron teachers.
Hang on. I'm going to rewind that just a little bit.
I'm confused.
Actually, I'm making your mind.
I was not in, I
wonder if he's
sex.
on your OnlyFans.
I hated this teacher. I did not think he was cute.
You'll have to tell me after.
No, he was
I forgot which
you
one
don't
this
know?
was. Oh.
I feel like, yeah. He wasn't like a perverted. Well, maybe obviously he was, but he wasn't like. There was a teacher in 6th grade that got in trouble for like child porn on his computer, but that wasn't the same one. Yeah. Do you remember his name? I guess I could say. I don't know. He did get like arrested for it, but he was in 6th grade. He was so creepy, but he like liked me in 6th grade, which makes sense because he's a fucking creep. But he had like child porn. There was another teacher in Byron too. Byron was so.
Okay, all she said about the teacher that had CP was that he liked her. Like, if you look at all the other stuff surrounding this, like especially the teacher's video that we watched a couple days ago, she specifically said that she thought these teachers were attracted to her. Like, she has it in her head that they are attracted to her. And if we go off of the Reddit post as well, like all of this is starting to line up with each other, you guys. Do you see how the story is all coming together on how all of this is going down? How it really went down. I'm going to jail for... Honey, Trish, whatever your name is. Where'd it go? The chat's moving so fast. I have like 3,600 people in here. It's insane. Whoever just said I'm going to jail for lying on Trisha, I'm using Trisha's clips. These are all Trisha saying all this stuff. I am playing Trisha's clips. This is stuff that Trisha has said herself. This podcast was in March of 2020 or May of 2020, one of the two. So this is very, very recent, like within the past year. And do you see how she's just acting like it's nothing and didn't say either one did anything to her? Like, this is what I think happened. This is what I think happened with this story. I think she heard a rumor that there was a teacher that was arrested for CP. And when she looked up this specific teacher, another story popped up around it. And I think she ran with it with this teacher's name and made it into her story. There's so much that doesn't line up with each other. I would love to find the Reddit post that people said it sounded like the story from Reddit. Like, that would be a really big smoking gun. But it's not just that. It's people saying, that the story came from Reddit. It's her changing the story multiple times. There's just so much. She never had a problem talking about any of this when she was trying to cancel people, when she was trying to drive her points home. But now she can't talk about it because the truth is coming out. And that, bottom line, that's the truth. That's my opinion of what I said, what I think happened with this teacher. But that's what I think happened. My personal opinion. But these are all Trisha's clips. Like, I tried to be so unbiased in both videos, even though I'm so mad over this situation because it's so fucked up on so many different levels. And it's not just the one story. It's all the stories. They don't add up with each other. It's making a mockery of victims. And I don't think she can truly talk about her real trauma. Because when she has tried to talk about it, she can't get the trauma out. It's hard for her to talk about it. So if she just unlocked all of these traumas within the past 6 months, I don't see how she can just blab it out when she's trying to take down David Dobrik, or when she's trying to drive a point home when she said that she talked to Shane about her trauma, and Shane was the only one that she opened up to about her trauma. It's always when she's trying to drive her point home, she brings up these stories. And it's like nothing talking about it with her. There's just so many aspects to the situation, you guys. So many aspects to the situation. It's not just one thing. And people need to look at the situation as a whole. It's so important to look at the situation as a whole. So important.
Scandalous. These were all Byron teachers. What? The one that had like sex with his student in high school, she was like Nick's age or maybe a year older.
I do kind of remember.
And he was scandal. Like a big teacher. I think he might have been like a shop teacher or something. Like, it's someone I didn't really know.
That's crazy.
He had sex with a girl that was like 15.
You, like, the biggest scandals happen in
small towns.
Small towns.
Snapped. Lifetime movies. Murders, they'll tell you.
Yeah, seriously.
But
I say that though.
No, but I remember him like just deep breathing. I didn't get it.
That is
but I honestly, because I remember him like kind of shaking. So I don't know if he was like literally touching himself in the class, like in front of like.
Stop.
And I want to say there was 3 of us, but I want to say maybe there was like 6 of us in that time. But and ever since then, I just remember he would come to like gym when I'd be like running and stuff. It was like, it was weird because I wore that bra then. Like, I remember, and I didn't know the correlation, but I used to wear that bra to school like every day. And I remember, I probably don't remember, but I had this like pink shirt. It was like a tight pink shirt with like pink lace right here, and I had these like sparkly jeans, and that was like my outfit that I thought was so hot, and I'd like wear that all the time, and my boobs looked huge because the shirt was so tight. And I felt like Britney Spears, like these huge boobs or whatever. But can we just focus on the point? It was get Mr. Brownie on this podcast, my 4th grade teacher. Do you think he remembers me? Wouldn't that be awful if he's like, I don't even remember any stories about you?
And now she's talking about her 4th grade teacher. We'll listen to this podcast some other time. That's the main points I wanted to drive home with this podcast. This starts out about, I think it's the last 16 minutes of the podcast, and it's linked in the description box if you want to hear the full thing. But again, this doesn't add up. The teacher in question was not at her school in 8th grade. She wore the water bras in 8th grade. It's that is what is said in her book as well. And she literally said it was a separate teacher that got arrested for CP. I don't know what teacher they think got arrested for CP, but there's nothing in the Byron, Illinois area. I just think she got the story wrong. I don't I don't fucking know. I don't know. There's so many super. I'm gonna read some more of these super. There's no way I'm gonna be able to read all, like, get through all these super chats. But I want to thank all of you that is like dropping money. You don't have to do that. Save your money, please, please, please. You don't have to do this at all. Um, Trish is just imploding because you told the truth. Bottom line, you did great work, and now she's backed into a corner. Trish did this to themselves. Thank you so much for your super chat. Kaylee, thank you so much for your $9.99. Victoria, essay survivors don't go girl over stories of past essay. She is mocking real victims. And, you know, somebody brought this up, and I get people handle trauma in very different ways. Some people do joke about it. Some people seriously joke about the trauma because it's a coping mechanism. And I understand that people laugh and joke through trauma and everything else. But when I say that she talks about it like it's nothing, I'm comparing it to what I believe is the real trauma in her childhood because of the clips that I have seen when she's talking about it. And if she, like I said, if she unlocked this trauma recently, I would think it would be really hard for her to talk about since it's such a new thing. You know what I mean? Thank you so much for your super chat, Victoria. We appreciate you so much. She's disgusting. I appreciate that. I appreciate your super chat. I know you guys are mad. I know this situation, it makes you sick to your stomach. It really does. And the last thing I wanted to do was to question a victim. Trust me, I don't want to question victims. I want to believe victims. I really do. I'm a victim myself. I've gone through a court process. I know how hard it is. I know how hard it is when you're victim blamed in the court process and everything else. It's so much to go through. So the last thing I wanted to do was to question somebody's story. But when I seen, and it's not like I set out to question this. I didn't. I saw the TikTok when all the David Dobrik stuff was going on, and I looked through the comments, and there were people mad that there was not an arrest. And then when I went to go, because I wouldn't have looked it up, I would have just trusted her. Like, if she's saying, hey, this person got arrested, why would you lie about that? Why would you say go look it up if it didn't exist? It didn't even cross my mind to go look it up until I looked through the comments and seen it. And then that's when I started looking into this. And then I saw there was no arrest, and I saw how well liked he was. And then I found her book. And then she uploaded other videos trying to change her bullying story. Like, she's tried to change so much to center around these accusations, you guys. It's so important to look at the whole situation. Thank you so much for your super chat. Sorry, I'm like getting off on a tangent, trying to go through all of these. Let's see here. Gooby, thank you for becoming a member. Olivia, do you think the family could sue her for defamation? Maybe that is why she is refusing to admit she lied. I just don't get her at all. I can't put your super chat on the screen because it's like disappeared. But technically, I don't think they can because he isn't here to like speak on his own behalf unless she admitted to it, which is why I don't think she's going to tell the truth. Sabina, I feel bad with this whole thing. It's sad, and I wish Trisha would be held accountable for the people she hurt. Like, I mean, I think that's all we want is her just to take accountability for it. Like, just take accountability for it. Like, own up to this. You know what I mean? There's no way all these stories are true. There's just so many stories. So many stories. Kimchi P, don't stand so close. Dedicated to all my teachers. I lusted over. Read the description. She admits it was always a fantasy. That, yeah, I was gonna look at that during the stream, but the stream's like getting to be really long. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to look at it. Thank you so much for your super chat. Please don't back down. Love all your videos. Thank you so much for your super chat. I really appreciate that. Sabina, that's way too generous. Thank you. I got kicked out. I'm back. Sorry. Yeah, it like literally just kicked me out. I don't like the StreamYard at all. I don't know why it always kicks me out. It always kicks me out like out an hour. I don't know why it does it. Sorry, guys. It's probably going to start acting up on me now. Are you aware of the Daniel E. Carroll situation? It's a man that Trisha was friends with, and then she said he was stalking her, and Ryan is like, yeah, I was going to talk about that in an upcoming episode. He's an autistic man that supported her for like 10 years. And she knew about him. She interacted with him. And the moment he disagreed with her, she threw him under the bus saying that he was stalking her. And I think the guy got really, really upset about it. And I think he still is very upset to this day because I see when I looked into the situation that he was like replying to people that would stumble across like his response video and everything else. Yeah, it's disgusting. And she put it up after her Trump video trying to deflect and get sympathy. So she like literally threw him under the bus to try to turn around the backlash from the Trump video. From what I researched on it is what it seems like. Thank you so much, Nicole, for your super chat. His name is Daniel E. Carroll, and the video on Trisha's channel is titled "I Have a Stalker" or something like that. I can't remember the exact title, but yeah. Let me pull up her Twitter. I'm not going to show her breakdowns. I'm just not. But let me pull up her Twitter. I know all of you guys are wanting me to go to her Twitter. But if you want to watch the videos, they're on her Twitter. I'm going to read these other DMs though. Okay, so it says, wow, I am pleading for you to just stop, please. I am pleading. This is not funny, any of it. It's actually distress. Please, I am begging you to stop talking about me, please. I tried calling you, Ethan, please. And then Ethan responds with, anything you want to say in writing, please. And then Trisha responds with, I am saying it. I am pleading for you to stop. Why can't you? And then Ethan replied, okay, then no need for phone. And then Trisha replied with, why can't you just leave me alone, please? Everyone you talk about me, more of the comes up. That don't make any sense. I think she's trying to say every time you talk about me, more hate or something. Let's see here. Moses is being accused of R. It's too fucking much. You can record the call. I don't care. I'm sincerely begging you for this to be over. And then Ela responds, my mom is having a mental breakdown and my whole family is basically broken down. Welcome to the club. You're not the only victim here. Start taking responsibilities for your own actions and stop blaming us for everything that's been happening to you. And same for Moses, who is not in this chat, but I'm sure he is reading it. Wow. That's a lot for Ela to get involved. Like, seriously. That's a lot. And just reading these DMs, you guys, it sounds like she's more the allegations against Moses are pretty severe. Those are pretty bad. Like I said, I haven't looked into that situation as a whole, but from what I've seen, it's pretty bad. But she seems more concerned about that than the other stuff, just from what I'm reading in this. And you know, the thing about it is that Ethan and Ela haven't really been doing that much. I agree that Ethan has gone too far at times. Like he uploaded that little unaired clip. I don't think that necessarily needed to be uploaded. But at the end of the day, especially with the podcast episode of the claims against the teacher, what is he supposed to do? Because, you know, at the end of the day, he uploaded that video and broadcast it too. So he has to, what? Is there something on that screen? Hang on. Somebody said there's something in that screen. Why is she putting out private information on her Twitter? Why would anybody put private information on their Twitter? Anyways, I think Ethan's gone too much at times, but she's putting way too much blame on Ethan and Hila. She just privated her Twitter. Really? Well, I better not refresh the screen. Okay, let's look at these. These say, Ethan, how do you know? Trish responds, he has so many. Ethan said, I saw the text. She responds, wow, you guys know him. Ethan responds, I thought I did. I don't know him. I believe the victim. And then Trisha responds with, you are falsely accusing someone you know. You don't know this person. Oh my God. And then Hila says, you are sending her hate nonstop. Think about what you are doing. And then Trisha says, I haven't said anything. And then Hila said, calling her a stalker. And then Trisha responds with, I'm ducking, I'm fucking stopping everything. I just want it to end. She put ducking. And then Hila said, oh wait, hang on. Trisha goes, I am pleading. I am not telling you what to do. I'm asking, like, please. Ethan said, and you would do if you actually cared about victims, you hypocrite. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on both of you. Shame on both of you. I so trembling with anger and disgust, shame, sadness. And then Trisha said, what? People lie. People do. Wow. I'm sorry, you guys. That's such a critical statement. The thing about it is, you guys, if Trisha is truly a victim's advocate, like she was trying to be back when all this stuff was popping online, why wouldn't she believe this girl? You know what I mean? If she truly feels the way that she's projected online to believe all victims, no matter what, she just called this other girl a liar and said people lie. So that's very telling to me. And it's just messed up, man. Let's see here. I'm trying to, sorry, these texts are like screenshots of the same thing. This is someone you know what. And then Ethan said, I thought it was. And then she responded, your whole Reddit is saying I lied about being M-word. I'm trying not to have this like age restricted, you guys. But believe all victims, right? Why can't you just leave this alone? Like it's really too far. And then Ethan said, your accusation do not line up with the evidence. I am still waiting for you to clarify. Wow. So he watched the video. That's huge. Why is she posting these? These don't make her look good at all. These do not make her look good at all, you guys. And then Trisha said, you can hate us. And then Ethan said, I owe you nothing. And she said, fine. Oh my God. Okay. And then Ethan said, shame on you both. Shame. Wow. That's deep, man. Ethan admitting to misspeaking on my name. He misspeaks a lot, but only he can do that and no one else. He believes all victims except for me. Trisha, the thing, like, seriously, like the thing, you don't understand how much contradicting evidence there is. Like, I don't know how we are expected to believe this. I mean, so many people, like a lot of you guys are believing this, like you're looking at the situation as a whole, which is what I encouraged everyone to do. If you're putting in certain terminology, it may block your comments. For anybody asking why my comments are being blocked, I got a lot of like words in my blocked words because things can get out of control. So like profanity, stuff like that, it usually gets blocked. I don't remember what I was saying. But most of you guys are looking at the situation as a whole, which is what I encouraged everyone to do. And with this podcast, it's just another contradiction in the story. And she needs to get help, man. Like I really want her to get help. Like I believe like Trisha has like this really fun, outgoing, bubbly personality. Like she could be successful if she wanted to. And she doesn't have to lie. I'm going to say this again. She doesn't have to lie to be successful. She can be herself, but I think it's something she can't control. I don't think she can control it, and she's never gotten proper help for it. She's too busy trying to diagnose herself online with other things, and the real problem is the pathological lying. So, Sabina, thank you so much. Like, you guys don't have to do that. That's so much money. So much money. Thank you so much for your super chat. I know I have missed a ton of super chats. Jan, thank you so much for your super chat. I'm trying to talk to as many of you guys as I can. There's so many people in the chat. She privated her Instagram too. Twitter is private now. Let's see here. Trying to scroll down. Ela nailed it. Trisha is more worried about what the internet thinks versus protecting and preserving her family. Like she said, her identity is pop culture. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why Trisha takes on other people's stories. I really don't. I don't know if I don't know if the trauma she went through as a kid, the real trauma that I believe happened, I don't know if she tries to take on other people's stories to avoid, dealing with that, or if she just doesn't, she wants to be anything but herself because of how much that she's done online, because there's just a never ending thing of receipts and of just really nasty stuff she's done. I don't know. I don't understand how Trisha thinks. I really don't. It's just so odd. So odd. Yeah. Let's see here. Kaylee, thank you. Whoops. Kaylee, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Her Twitter is private unless you're following her. Well, I haven't refreshed the screen, so let's see if there's anything else before I end this. I sent those in a last-ditch effort to please stop the back and forth. I take blame for all of it. I will take all the heat and backlash too, just not let it go further. Ela told me it's too little too late. No, you know when it's too late, when it's too late. What? I am pleading to just stop. Just stop. I will take back anything I said about them, pay them back everything to just stop. I'm breaking. Trisha, you just need to go get help. Like, bottom line. I mean, if you don't want to address it right now, go get help first. Please go get help. Don't do anything. Like, just get help, Trisha. Really. And make amends with the people that you have hurt. That's the only thing that's the advice I can give to Trisha. To get help and make amends. And people are going to have a lot more respect for you. Because if you don't come clean and really, really, really realize what you have done, it's only going to get worse. It really is, because this is serious. This is so serious, and there's 5,000 people watching me. I'm like freaking out right now. Whew. It's so serious. Her Twitter is gone. Really don't want to hit. Hold on. Let me see if there's anything else in here that we can. I don't want to watch the videos, man. It's just too much. It all starts from the Reddit that they control and monitor. It's not their fault, though. Like, people, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't a Reddit, like, anybody can post anything and then they can take it down if they don't think it's acceptable, which, to my knowledge, they have taken down like inappropriate stuff that people have posted, like such as I think somebody posted the names of Moses's ex-wives and it was taken down immediately. So they're monitoring the Reddit and taking down posts that they see fit, but they can't control what people are posting in that Reddit. But I may be wrong. I'm not real savvy with Reddit. I don't know where I was reading from. It all starts with the Reddit. They control and monitor. We aren't just some random people they have beef with. We have stopped and they won't. That's not true, though, Trisha. You were just mentioning them in your live stream last night. They're doing this to Moses and his workplace, too. It's really too far, and they don't care. I mean, I don't agree with going after people's sponsors, but I don't agree with that. I do agree not going after sponsors because, like I said, you guys, it's all gonna, the sponsors are seeing all of this. Whether you're tweeting them or not, they're seeing all this and they're going to do what they're going to do. Same with YouTube. It's all going to happen like it has with David Dobrik, Shane Dawson, Dom, that Dom guy. Who else has got demonetized? James Charles. You know, this has all happened when the stories have gotten big, and it's going to happen whether or not people are writing them or not. So just don't go after people's sponsors. Don't tweet YouTube. They're going to see everything. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. If it's not, it's not. It is what it is. Just don't support the companies if you don't like what they're doing. You know what I mean? Trisha said someone called the, hey, Kat. Trisha said someone called the cops on her mom. Really? I take everything she says with a grain of salt, though. But probably things are getting out of control. Don't call the cops on her. Like, there's no crime that's been committed. Don't call the cops on her. Believe it or not, lying about this kind of thing is not a crime. It's just not a crime. So don't call the cops on them. Don't do any of that stuff. Like, don't do any of that stuff, you guys. Please, 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 please. I'm begging you. Everybody's on slow mode, plain view. Slow mode's on for everybody. And it's like every 200 seconds because there's so many people in the chat. So it's everyone. It's everyone. It's not just you. I promise. I promise. All right, let's go to that video real quick, and then I'm going to hop off here. I'm going to show you the video. I'm going to actually open up a different tab because, all right, I'm going to take this. Sorry, I'm going to go to that video real quick and read the description because she does say something really specific in it. Let me find my saved videos. Here it is. I'm going to mute it. Okay. I'm going to put this back up on the screen. Yes, I'll post this live stream if anybody's wondering. Whoops. There we go. Okay. They are saying some not so nice stuff about you on Trisha's Reddit. I'm not surprised. They've been calling me an R apologist and everything else. If I truly believe this teacher did anything to her, I would have never done this. I don't believe he did. I don't think anything has happened. Bottom line, people lie about this. And I believe when it's lied about, the people that are being lied on are the victims in the situation. And I believe this teacher is the victim in the situation. I mean, if I'm wrong if I'm wrong at the end of all this, I will be the first to admit I'm wrong, but I just don't. I don't believe these stories. I believe she has trauma. I believe things have happened. I'm never going to deny that. I do believe Trisha has trauma, but I don't think everything is true at all. So this video she posted, I didn't turn the sound on, but she's doing like a dance to her teachers. Okay. And I get when people have trauma, I'm trying to like back all this stuff up with other things because I know people are going to say this and that people handle trauma differently and everything else. But the thing about it is, again, you got to look at the situation as a whole. You got to look at when she talks about the trauma that a lot of us believe is real and how she acts with these teachers. So let's see here. It's no secret. I have a thing for older men, always have. And I stem it all back to my school days. Ever since 4th grade, I remember feeling all tingly, all dare I say, sexual inside, not when it came to my fellow classmates, but when it came to the teachers. I can't believe I'm even admitting this. My goodness, it's really the only reason I stayed in school, which this backs up her book and everything else. She said in her book, nothing in her book and in YouTube videos that nothing happened with her teachers, and her teachers were the reason that she stayed in school. She graduated school because she looked up to all of her teachers a great deal. I remember telling my mom about my crushes. I think she was a little freaked out. Haha, I was a little weirdo. Awful thing is, like, everyone knew about my mad love. Let me break this down for you. And then she goes through her teachers. The 4th grade teacher, the freshman year teacher, the science teacher, junior year in high school, second year of college. I didn't know she went to college a second year. And then she goes on to say, so before you all think I'm a big old hussy, let me explain. These were all just that, crushes. Before you all think I'm a big old hussy, let me explain. These were all just that, crushes. Fantasies, crushes, however you want to look at it. Which all this lines up with that Reddit post again. Totally didn't act on it. I would just go home and make out with my couch and think up all of them. It was really, really hard to concentrate in school, but I never quit thanks to them. Not to mention I'm obsessed with Sting. So she played a Sting song in this, I think. I'm just trying to. Could you imagine him as a teach for real? Yeah, no restraint. We'd be in a Lifetime movie in the works. I think she's talking about Sting there. But bottom line, this is odd. And she posted this about her teachers in March 24th, 2010. And this has 136,000 views almost. And it's still up on her channel. And she name drops all of these teachers, which is really messed up. So, yeah, that's the new evidence, you guys. And I know a lot of people are going to be mad at me in this situation, especially Trisha's fans. And I get it's hard to go through something like this with your favorite creator. I just want to make that crystal clear. Like, I feel bad for Trisha's fans right now. I know this is hard. I get it. It's hard to go through something with somebody that you have looked up to, whether it be for a year or 10 years. You have looked up to her. You have taken advice from her and everything else. But you're not helping her if you feed into these delusions. I meant what I said in my video. It's not helping her. If she gets away with this and somehow turns this around, she's going to keep hurting people. And sometimes you have to realize your mistakes before you actually realize what you have. You have to realize your mistakes before you actually start to make changes. Because I don't think Trisha right now thinks she has done anything wrong. But I think she's realizing the gravity of the situation. I really do. And sometimes it takes losing everything to realize your mistakes. It really does. Like, it's just a lot. She just needs help. And if you're a fan of her, please just help with this. And so she can get the help she needs, because she needs help. This isn't normal. I'm going to try to go back through some of these super chats, you guys. Thank you so much. She just privated her whole Twitter page after a series of crying meltdown videos. Unironically original. Thank you so much for your super chat. Like, I hope somebody's there with her. I really do. Like, I don't like seeing anybody go through all this. I'm anti-cancel culture, you guys. Like, unless it's truly about having somebody take accountability. And I won't continue with this series if she just takes accountability for her mistakes. Like, just do it. I'm a big believer in people can change, grow, realize their mistakes, and move on. But I have not seen proper accountability from Trisha Paytas ever online. It's always a deflection onto something else, whatever it is. Not just in this situation either. Like, she's hurt so many people. Tevi, thank you for all the time and effort on this. Mysterious, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate that a great deal. You guys don't have to do this. Did she apologize though? Apologize for what? I mean, there's allegations against Moses and she basically just dismissed them. I'm going to take this thing off the screen. She basically just dismissed them. And is trying to twist it that the girl's lying, which goes against everything that she supposedly believes in. You know what I mean? Sabina, did you donate another $100 or was that from earlier? Junette Garcia, thank you so much for your super sticker. There's just so much coming in, you guys. I know I've missed a bunch of your super chats. Thank you so much for all your super chats. A great deal. I appreciate it. I can't believe there's 5,400 people watching me. And it seems like H3 is really mad. And I get why they're mad. Like, this is tearing their family apart. And a lot of people said that this was going to tear their family apart. It was not a good idea for Trisha and Moses getting together. Like, it was a disaster from the get-go. There's just so much going on with this. She made her bed. She knows how to back down and do the right thing. She's chosen not to, and no blaming others. Love you, MT. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, the thing about it is like, I don't know. I think she knows that the lies have caught up with her, which is why she's scrambling, which is why she is avoiding addressing the situation about the teacher. Ethan canceled all the shows this week. Are you serious? Wow. H3 can choose to block Trisha out of their life. They love the drama, clearly, always using her in the thumbnails. Yeah, I think they've gone too far in certain situations, but if you compare it to Trisha, that's nothing. Like, I mean, if you look at all the TikToks and all the YouTube videos and everything else, and it's usually like to Ethan's one tweet or to Ethan's one podcast, or, you know, I think both are at fault in certain situations. I'm not putting blame on one or the other if I just look at that situation as a whole. But I feel like there is a lot of fault on both parts. More on Trisha's than Ethan's, though. H3 on break. 5.4 viewers and only 900 likes. Let's give Mysterious more likes. Yeah, I like this video. I don't care. It don't matter. I'm just trying to do the right thing, you guys. And I know a lot of people are going to be mad at me for trying to do the right thing. And maybe I'm doing the wrong thing. I don't know. I just feel so like this guy couldn't defend himself. And I know if this was like one of my family members that had passed away or something like that, like I would be devastated over it, like literally devastated over it. And I can't imagine the feeling finding out about something like that isn't true, but going against somebody that has 5 million followers and is on one of the most popular podcasts at the time, like that's just so defeating. You know what I mean? It's just so defeating. And I just felt like I had to do something. Because regardless of what everybody thinks my intentions are, my intentions with this is to make this right. That's all I care about. That's why I'm donating the money off that video. That's why I'm taking the video down once this gets cleared up. And I found a charity that's the charity's like for military kids and like making sure they get a good education and stuff like that for like parents that are overseas. And I just thought that was like the perfect charity that went with the teacher because he was a war vet. He loved teaching kids. He was a teacher for 47 years. I was just trying to turn a negative into a positive with it and making the donation like in his honor. And my intentions are good with this, whether people believe it or not. Read the teacher's super chat. about educator allegations. Do you think the family of the teacher should attempt to sue? I mean, if it were me, I would not. I probably wouldn't sue because I wouldn't want to go through all that. It's just a long process and there's a lot of money involved and you're going up against somebody that is very, very wealthy. And I don't think they can technically because the only witness that they would have is not here to tell what happened. So I don't think they can. And I personally probably wouldn't because it's so much money and so time consuming and it's hard to prove defamation and slander. So I probably personally wouldn't, but thank you, Levi, for your super chat. I appreciate that. Let me see if there's any more. Katie, there's a message saying Ela's mom is having a breakdown. I feel terrible for them. Trisha told Ethan before frenemies on H3 she would sleep. Oh, Trisha told Ethan before frenemies on H3 she would sleep with Moses to ruin his life. When someone tells you who they are, believe them. I remember that. Thank you for that super chat, Katie. I remember that because she said that she hooked up with Moses just to take a dig at H3. Like she didn't even really like him. She just wanted to say, haha, I fucked your brother-in-law or something like that. Are you still going to cover the Jason thing? Are you still going to cover? She held him hostage in her house. Yeah, I mean the plan is to make the next video for sure, but I guess I'm going to see what happens in the next few weeks with everything. Yes, she did treat Jason very wrong. There's a lot of lies about Jason too that's online that has been told on Jason. Whether you like Jason or not, there's a lot of lies about him too. It just seems like it was a very abusive relationship. But there's like stuff that's being purposely left out. Thank you so much for your super chat. I'm going to read some of the other comments. If I'm missing anybody's super chats, I apologize. And I'm going to read a few more comments before I jump off here. Because I want to talk to all of you, as many of you as I can. Thank you for sharing all this information. You did the right thing. Thank you, Emma. I appreciate that. This whole situation is just really sad. Trisha is truly tearing apart a real family. This is so sad. I agree. It's very heartbreaking what's going on. Especially reading that text from Ela. That's sad because, they are going through it. Ela's pregnant right now too. So they're going through it. Can you imagine hearing about that with your own brother? It's just a lot. It's a lot. People trying to compare Trisha and H3 as if H3 that accused a teacher by name on the what? A teacher by name on the internet, 5 million followers. Oh, you don't agree with what H3 did? I mean, Ethan did make a mistake by putting that on the podcast. He should have probably looked it up or something before he aired it. But I mean, but why would she lie? You know what I mean? I go back and forth with that because it's like you want to believe your friend is telling you the truth. And like I said before I started looking into this and I seen the comments on that one TikTok, the times that she mentioned it that I heard, I believed her. There was no reason for me not to believe her. I believed her. So, yeah. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm trying to read more of your comments. Hold on. Can't sue for defamation out. The person is deceased, unfortunately. That's what I thought, because that's what I've been kind of reading in comments everywhere. He can't defend himself. So lots of love, Mysterious. Don't let anyone bring you down. I appreciate that, Robin. Ashley, Mysterious, we are so proud of you. Stand with you. Thank you so much, Ashley. I appreciate that. You are a fool. Then I don't know what they're talking about. Let's see. Julie. I haven't seen you forever, Julie. Thank you so much, Julie. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Why is she so giddy about this? Me? Do you think I'm giddy about this? I'm not giddy about this. I mean, if you watched my stream the other day, I freaking broke down because I'm really upset over this. If you ask me, I'm very, very upset over this. It's very sickening. Like just uncovering all this stuff. The series was so hard to put together. It was hard. It's been a lot because just watching her blatantly lie and make a mockery out of victims, it's very disturbing. So I'm not all giddy about this. I'm sick to my stomach about this. I wish I didn't have to do this. I, do you really think that I wanted to upload these videos? Like I was opening myself up to face massive backlash because people don't question victims. I took a risk by posting these videos. I didn't It was hard for me to do, but I feel like I'm doing the right thing. I feel like I'm doing the right thing in my gut and I don't regret it. I don't regret it. It's just really hard. It's not something I'm happy about or anything else, regardless of what everybody thinks. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm going to go down. Why no H3 podcast? I think they're just upset. And Hila said that her mom is going through a really hard time right now. And understandably so, because her son is facing serious allegations online. I mean, these are serious allegations that have been put online about him. So I can understand why Hila's mom is very, very upset. I can understand why Hila is very upset, and Hila is pregnant. So I understand why she is upset too. I can't imagine the stress that it's causing her, to see all of this about her own brother. And it seems like from just what I have seen, I haven't researched the situation to like a T or anything, but from what I've seen on Moses's side, he's just been really backstabbing to his own family. And I don't know if it's Trisha, because there are videos of Trisha admitting she's got all words. But the things I've seen about him talking about his own family, it's not cool, man. It's not cool. And the allegations are very serious, very serious. I don't think you are wrong in making these videos. That's your right, but the people attacking her are wrong. Yeah, I don't think anybody needs to attack her at all. I get everybody wants her to take accountability and clear this up, but like I've seen some very, very nasty ass comments, and we don't need to go to that level at all. Negative comments are hard. I had somebody tell me that I slurred too much and I need to like ease up on the Xanax, which was so unbelievable of somebody to post. People get so out of line. It's ridiculous when they're mad. And I get it. The hate's a lot. Like I get negative comments that get to you. I can't imagine like on a level like so many people have gone through online. It's a lot. It fucks with you. It really does. Fucks with me when I get just a string of them. So yeah, somebody said, "You're fine, Rochelle. You can leave." I'm getting ready to jump off here. The other night, I was like so tired and everything else, and that person like left something on that video saying like I need to ease up on the Xanax and stop slurring my words or some shit like that. It's like, what the fuck ever. You don't know nothing about me. Like, just stop. Yeah, we are at 5K. It's insane. Bugsy, thank you so much for becoming a member. Rochelle, thank you. Thank you so much for modding. Thank you to everybody that volunteered to mod. I really, really appreciate it. I'm going to try to recruit some more mods for the next one. So I appreciate everybody that volunteered their time tonight. My channel has just grown tremendously and I haven't had a chance to recruit any more people. So yeah, I appreciate everybody that has helped with modding, and I appreciate my OG mods doing a wonderful job. A great deal. Read the $10 chat. I don't see a $10 chat. I don't see a $10 chat. Gabby, thank you so much. You're doing the right thing. Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't see a $10 chat. Hold on. My phone's blowing up. Let me see. Oh, shit. Hold on. I am a teacher, and okay, so this is the $10 chat. I can't put it on the screen. I am a teacher, and this would have been reported under his license number. When you look it up under the Department of Education, there is nothing there. No principal would have let this go. I agree. Like, I didn't know there was a place where you could look up like allegations against teachers. But Nick, thank you so much for your super chat. I really appreciate that. Yeah, there's nothing there. And yeah, exactly. No principal would have, based on Trisha's stories, no principal in their right mind would have done half of the stuff that she's claiming. The story has changed so many times, but like the first story, she said multiple students reported it. So if multiple students reported something like this and the principal did nothing about it, the school's ass would have been in deep shit. And there's just no way. It's just not realistic at all. And then she said that she was forced to switch classes, was unable to show her arms or legs. Like, how is that even possible? You can't show your arms or legs anymore, even when you go to swim class or go to, or wearing shorts for gym. Like, it doesn't add up. And then the second story, she said that the teacher actually admitted it to the principal, which doesn't add up either. Oh, well, she's wearing water balls and it's teasing me. And the principal blaming Trisha for it. Just a small school like Byron, it would have been taken seriously. I just don't see it not being taken seriously, especially if multiple students reported it or the teacher openly admitted it. There's just no way, because that principal's ass is on the line too. And the school is on the line too. Like, it doesn't add up. None of it adds up, especially with that podcast we just listened to. She didn't say anybody did anything to her, and she was like laughing hysterically. But thank you so much for that information, Nick. That's good to know. I didn't know you could look up the license number and all of that stuff. And you said that you looked it up and nothing's there. So it's really good to know. So I appreciate that. Let me say, Jan, I'm trying to go through. There's some other super chats. Tevi, $40. Thank you so much. If I don't know who I've said or not, but my mod's sending all this to me. Thank you so much, The Dark Magician. Tevi said, thank you for all your time and effort on this, Mysterious. We appreciate you. Unironically Original donated $5. She just privated her old Twitter page after a series of crying meltdown videos. Malashi donated $5. And thank you so much for all the super chats. Don't you remember when she would say, he doesn't even know you guys? And Donna said that she knows Moses. I don't know what you're referring to there, but thank you so much for your super chat. Jandy, mangoes are cool. And Jandy again, thank you so much for your super chats. Katie, I can see your Twitter, $4.99. I guess her Twitter's back up, maybe. Let's see here. Skittles and Sunshine. I don't think I read this one. $5. Trisha's imploding because you told them the truth. Bottom line, you did great work, and now she's backed into a corner. Thank you so much. Kaylee, Nicole, Soso, Kit, thank you so much for your super chats. Kit said you've done a great job, held someone responsible for their actions and words. What other people do with that info, it's not on you. Soso, please don't back down. Love all your videos. Sonia, thank you so much. Ray said, please don't back down. There are too many contradictions, and the history shows that Trisha will lie to the end before ever coming clean. Sending all my love, support you. You were strong. Thank you. Thank you so much. I think I read these other most of these other ones. ASMR, you okay? It hurts to be accountable for bad actions. Thank you for all your work. Thank you guys so much for all your super chats. If I am missing anybody, I apologize a great deal. There was so much coming in. There's 5,000 people in the chat. This is literally insane. That there's just so many people watching me and giving super chats. I really appreciate it. You don't have to spend your money on me. I want you guys to save your money. Let me go through a little more comments here. Alex, looks like Mysterious finally found the slow mode. I did. I don't know. It's still moving too fast. If the chat's still moving too fast, just let me know. It's on 200 seconds. Maybe it needs to be a lot more, but I'm not sure. I just went to rewatch and record Lena's video and it's gone for me. Oh, she took down the video that I talked about the other night? Are you fucking kidding me? That's very telling. That's very, very telling. If she took down that video, that's very telling. But I'll have to look at that. I'm not very sure. I'm not sure on that one. Let me look real quick. I don't want to like blast it, but it's like, why would she take down that video? It's gone. Wow. She took down that video, you guys. I mentioned a video. I have a clip of her saying what she said. I screen recorded it. I didn't screen record the whole video, but I have a clip saying what she said. But I mentioned in the stream the other night that, you know, the situation is really fucked up because like Lena had this video on her channel and she openly admits that her ex-husband did something to one of her daughters. And it's pretty, the timeline, everything, it seems to line up with Trisha. And her ex-husband based a video about him and with one of her daughters. And the whole video after that and before that, she literally says nothing but good things about this man, her ex-husband, nothing but good things about this guy. So it's very telling that the video is taken off of the channel. Now, I seen it. Somebody posted it on Reddit. Like, I don't want to air. My mic is cutting out. My internet never lasts for a whole live stream, so it's not surprising. What? Her channel is gone? Whoa. Whoa. So her channel is gone. Hold on. Let's look. No, her shit. Oh, shit. Whoa. No, if you search it, like this is popping up. But if you actually click on her name, it's gone. That is crazy. That's very telling, you guys. Wow. Lena's her mom. Yes. That's nuts. That's nuts. Wow. So that's an interesting piece of new information. Yeah, that's suspicious. That's weird. You can still see her channel on all her videos. Yeah, don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. You can still see it. Hold on. Let me search it again. When I click on it, it says channel not available. I don't know. I'll have to do some more digging. Why is that video playing like in mini mode? That's weird. I've never seen that do that before. Yeah, it seems to be gone. Wayback Machine has an internet archive. Check there. Yeah, I don't know how to use the Wayback Machine at all. I can still see her YouTube channel. Try to play a video or try. She blocked me. When you block people on YouTube, you can still see their channels. Maybe she blocked me. Hold on, I don't know if I have another account. Hold on. Let me make sure. I'm going to switch accounts, but I'm not putting on the screen because it's like my private account. But let me check. Let me check. YouTube.com. Lena Paytas. Nope. It's I switched accounts. And it's not there. The same thing comes up when I switched to a different account. Let me go back to my regular channel. Yeah, so I don't know, man. It seems to be that the channel's gone. Try to click on her actual name and go up that way. You have been blocked personally, but I signed into a completely different account with a completely different email, and it's not there when I looked at it. Thank you, me, for your super chat. I'm not going to put the account on the screen because it's like my personal account. But it's doing the same thing. Yeah, it's gone. Her mom's channel is gone. That's very telling because I bet her mom talked about a lot of personal stuff on her channel. She don't upload on the channel. So you can't, I don't think that's possible. She blocked my IP. You can't unless they hacked into my IP address or some shit like that. I don't think you can block an IP address. Check in incognito mode. I guess I can do that. Let me go incognito. If I know how to do that on desktop. I don't know how to do that on desktop. Hang on. I know what I can do. Hang on a second. I just got to make sure there's nothing personal on the screen. It's gone for you too. It's gone for you. More people are saying it's gone for them. The ex-husband died as privated. That was the video I was talking about 2 days ago. That's very, I bet it just happened. And I bet some people are still seeing it and some people aren't. Because you're saying it's still up. A lot of people are saying it's still up, but a lot more people are saying it's gone. I bet she literally just did it recently and it's still showing up for some people and some people it's not. I don't know what happens when, I've been subbed, to Trisha? Yeah, I'm subbed to her channel so I can get notifications on what she says. How am I supposed to know what she's uploading and talking about if I'm not subscribed to it? Yeah, I'm subscribed to her channel. I don't watch all the bullshit videos. I just watch the videos that matter. I love how she didn't mention you on in those text messages. Yeah, I don't know. Katie says, hey, it says the channel is not available when I click her name, but when you click the videos, they come up. So if I go back to the video, because I clicked on her name. Hang on a second. So if I actually, that's interesting. Okay. Hold on. Let me put this up for you guys. Let me make sure I'm in my regular account first. Okay. So this is what's happening. If you click on the actual video when you search her name, you can still watch the video. But there's nothing loading down here. It's all blank canvas, which is weird. So I bet once you delete a channel, the videos are still accessible. Because see, this is coming up. This one's coming up. You can view it. That's hers too. You can still view it, but none of the comments are loading. It's just like a blank canvas there. Yeah. So I bet I don't know what happens when you delete a channel. I really don't, but it seems that probably the videos stay up for a little bit until it all gets processed through. I haven't reloaded YouTube, but I don't want to leave this stream for Trish. You're literally my favorite YouTuber right now, by the way. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Chicken Strips. Appreciate your super chat. I think I'm missing all kinds of super chats. Trisha privated her Twitter. Yeah, we've seen that. Thank you so much for your super chat. Yeah, it seems like a lot of stuff is happening right now, you guys. I don't know if I'm going to say your name right, and I can't put it on the screen. Something Zoid starts with an F. Just wanted to say you're doing great. Thanks for all the lives and updates. Thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate that. And Juliet Garcia, thank you so much for your super sticker. Sorry, I'm missing a ton of super chats. And I'm sorry, you guys, if I'm missing your super chat. Thank you for everything you are doing. Thank you so much, Layla. I appreciate that. Appreciate your super chat. It's because you're not subscribed. I'm subscribed so I can see her channel. Can you do that now? Is that a new feature of YouTube? You can only show it to subscribers? That's odd. No, I'm not subscribed to her channel. She hid her channel. Is that what it is? That's weird. Yeah, I read them earlier in the stream. I'm going to have to jump off here. I've been on here for 2 hours. I was supposed to be here for an hour. Trisha's Twitter, Instagram are now privated. Download the video. I didn't download the whole video on her channel. I only have the clip of her saying what happened. And there's outside of that, she's like really hyping this guy up that did something to her own kid. It's fucked up, man. He left her life insurance money or something. It's just so messed up. You have a bad feeling right now? Only someone who wants to hide is guilty. Only someone who wants to hide is guilty. This is such a telling moment. I agree. It's weird if you're hiding your whole YouTube channel or deleting your whole YouTube channel. Do you think Trish has any money saved? Yikes. I have no idea. She spends a lot of money, you guys. Like a lot of fucking money. You do. Thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate that. You guys don't have to do all these super chats. Seriously. I mean, unless you want your comment like definitely read. There's like 5 over 5,000 people in here. So I get why you guys are doing the super chats because there's a lot of people in here, but you don't have to spend the money. Don't feel like you have to. MK, I have a copy of the video if needed. Yeah, if you could email it to me, that'd be great. Just so I have it, just in case it's needed for something. I don't like it all ties into the story. I mean, I think it's very, very important piece of information to this whole story. Because it makes sense why Trisha doesn't talk about it. Lena did publicly put it out there. It's just so odd how you can talk up somebody and be upset over a death of somebody that did something to your own child. It just when I watched that video, it gave me the weirdest vibe. I thought it was really fucked up. Like, I felt really bad for Trisha, like really bad when I watched that video, because I couldn't even imagine being a teenager and having this stuff happen to you at the hands of the people that your mom brought into the home, and like them having a very torn relationship. It's just sad. It's so sad. And it makes sense why she looked up to her teachers, because they were like the only authority figures that were right there in that moment, because she only got to see her dad in the summers, that were right there in that moment. And they were encouraging her and, trying to have her do well in school and keeping her in school. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. Trisha is watching the stream. I don't know. Trisha is watching the stream. I don't know. But I am going to jump off here because I don't think there's really anything else that I wanted to show you guys. I think the podcast is very telling as well. It's very telling that the channel's been deleted. There's a lot going on right now. Those text messages, it looks like Ethan is having a hard time. He obviously watched the videos and the evidence is very overwhelming. And I think he thinks the same thing. When you look at all the evidence with an open mind and try to not be in that tunnel vision of just wanting, because you like Trisha and you want to believe everything that she's saying, when you look at everything as a whole, which is why I told you guys it's so important to look at everything as a whole. I'm not wanting you to watch the videos because I want you to watch every single minute of it so I can get all the money. I'm wanting you to watch the videos because it's so important to look at the situation as a whole. It's very important to look at episode 1 and look at how she lied about the bullying and how she tried to spin it, and she was constantly sexualized. Yeah, she was probably sexualized at some point in school, but the way she turned that narrative that it was constant since she was 6 years old, in the height of all these stories coming out, that is such a important piece of information. So it's very important to look at episode 1 as a whole. Look how happy she is when she talks about her teachers and like the puberty video and the high school video. She's so happy about all these teachers because she looked up to them and they were her support system, and it wasn't in a disgusting way on their end. From what I've seen of all of this, it's just so important to look at everything. Look at everything. This is why episode 1 is so important. And it's so important to look at episode 2 or part 2, whatever you want to call it. Watch all the evidence, the contradictions, the guy's never arrested. There's just so many things that go into this. There's just so many pieces of this puzzle and this tangled web of lies. It's just so important to look at the situation as a whole. No, nobody knows if Trisha's here. I don't. If she's really in an emotional state, I don't know how she would be watching the stream. I just don't. Are my videos still up? To my knowledge, they are. To my knowledge, they are. The Dark Musician, thank you so much for everything you're sending me right now. I really appreciate everything that you're doing. You're like sending me a bunch of stuff, and I will go through it, like, for sure. Angelina, thank you so much for your comment. I really appreciate that. I'm doing okay. I'm doing fine. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. It's a lot, but I know Trisha's going through a lot right now. I don't like seeing anybody upset. I really don't. Like I said, at the end of the day, I just want accountability. And I'm a big believer in thinking that people can grow and change. And I think we should give Trisha the opportunity to do that if she does come clean about the situation. Okay? Um uh but like I said before, it's so important to look at all the evidence as a whole. Please watch the full videos. It's just so important to watch the full videos. Look at all the evidence. It's not just about the crime rate. It's not just about him being a good guy. It's not just about whatever else, or her talking, calmly and fine every time she mentioned these stories. It's everything as a whole, you guys. That's why it's so important to look at everything. And again, if you are a fan of Trisha, it's very important to see this for what it is. And if you care about her, you won't feed into this because it's just not right, man. It's just not right. I sent you a text on Twitter too. Okay. Penta, is that your name? Thank you so much for your super chat. I will try to find you in my DMs. My DMs are overflowing right now. There's a lot overflowing right now. And of course, as always, like, these are my opinions. Opinions aren't facts, but base your own opinions off the evidence I showed you in this video and everything else that I have posted. There's one more super chat I want to look at. Thank you for everything you are doing. Thank you so much, Layla, for your super chat. I can't put it on the screen because I can't find it. But thank you so much for your super chat. I really appreciate that. What? Hang on a second. Hold on. Where'd that go? Hang on. Beware, mysterious people are going to try to discredit you by saying you're on drugs. What? Don't look at the subreddit. Those fools don't realize that all Trisha's been on. That's all Trisha has been on through her breakdowns. What, they're saying I'm on drugs? Are you fucking kidding me? Y'all, do you think I could put a series together like this if I was on drugs? Come on. I can't stand it when people what the fuck ever. That just pisses me off. That pisses me off so bad. Like, it's whatever. Whatever. Yeah, they're deflecting. I don't know. When I stream, you guys, I get really nervous. I stumble over my words. I'm not an outgoing person. I'm a very shy person in real life. You got to understand that too. I'm very shy in real life. And when I stream, it's very nerve-wracking to me. It's like almost like public speaking to me because I'm terrified of public speaking. So it's very hard for me to stream. So I get really nervous when I do these. So if it's like I'm stumbling over my words or something like that, it's not drugs. It's just because I'm nervous. Or if I stream late at night, I'm tired. I was very tired the other night. And I'm very tired tonight as well because I haven't been getting a lot of sleep because this is just a lot to weigh on my mind as well as everything else going on in my life. I work 2 jobs. I'm a single mom. I'm not on drugs. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my fucking life. It's just really, really messed up to me that people would accuse somebody of being on drugs like that. That's just fucked up to me. You don't accuse people. It's like they're grasping at all these fucking straws. And because you can't see my face or anything else, you're just trying to mangle everything that you can about me. Stellar job, Mysterious. You have a wonderful investigation research skills. You're definitely earned it. You definitely earned every sub and more. Keep up the great work. We need accountability. Thank you so much for your super chat. I don't know how to pronounce your first name. I'll probably butcher it, but thank you so much. I appreciate that. Victoria, thank you so much for your thank you for becoming a member. I was so like the drug comment really just like threw me for a loop that they're talking about me being on drugs on Reddit. That's just fucked up to me. That's not something well, a good thing I do hide my identity because that would be a horrible, horrible thing to be spread about me when I'm a single mom and everything else. I work my ass off for my kid and everything else. It just pisses me off. It's just so messed up to accuse somebody of that. Let's see here. I seen another super chat. I'm going to read this. They can't discredit the evidence, so they have to try to discredit you as a person. Oh, yeah, of course. Of course. They definitely do. Thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, there's just so much they're trying to discredit about me. It's just ridiculous. Whatever. Whatever. The evidence speaks for itself, you guys. I mean, whatever. But I am going to jump off here. Morgan, thank you so much. Thank you for keeping up with us. Take care. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, everyone, for all the support. I appreciate it a great, great deal. I will post this stream, even though it was kind of all over the place because there was a lot going on in the middle of the stream when I was trying to show the podcast episode. But if you do want to watch the podcast, if it's still on the website, I did link it in the description if you want to hear the full thing. Because I did edit some of it down. But yeah, this is getting very big, and I never thought in a million years like a channel like mine would reach an audience like I have, which is fucking crazy to me. So I really, really appreciate all of you guys that are being very, very supportive. Please do not send hate Trisha's way. Do not be vile to her. Do not go after her sponsors. It's all going to work. It's all going to work itself out in the end with this. The companies are going to see it and everything else. We do not need to be tweeting at sponsors. What's going to be will be at the end of all of this. And tweeting at people and everything else is just not going to solve anything. Try to be respectful. If you do any criticism at anybody, please, please, please. And I think there was one other one that came through that I just want to read really quick. There is a video on Trisha's YouTube channel where she talks about how she lost. I know a lot of people are saying that. I get that. Thank you for your super chat. I understand people are saying that, but I mean, at the end of the day, you're not going to qualify somebody that's essaying you as your first time. You're going to actually qualify your first time as when you consented to it. So I've seen a lot of people saying that. But I would think, and I'm not an essay victim, but I would think as an essay victim, you would qualify your first time as the first time you consented if you talk about it. So I get that though, but that's how I view that. But thank you so much for your super chat. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for anybody I missed. I appreciate you all, and I will see you all soon. Bye, everyone.